You get the MBA. And then what? I'm gonna watch Jason Tatum fuck me again.
What up, it's your boy Gunny Gav here, and you are looking at the good, great Car 98K Island. Yep, they officially brought the Car 98K back. Well, at this point, it's been back for a minute. Put it in MW3, which brought it back to Rebirth Island, and it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm pretty sure everyone is just agreeing that this is more fun. Some people probably think it's absolutely horrendous, because at times it can be, but even if you complain about it, it's still not as bad as it used to be because you can't get one hit downed if you're full plate, full health. Anyways, I'm on the other side. I think this has made the game more fun than it's ever been, especially when it comes to Rebirth. Now, in between my Ghost of Tsushima sessions, I was basically just bouncing between that game and then playing Ranked Resurgence or League play. And also that brand new SMG, well, once again, it's not new, but this new SMG that they put in this season goes so perfect, the Car 98. It has been so fun to hop on Rebirth all the way up until you hit about Diamond 3, because I don't even understand, like, you have to be an absolute Rebirth demon to get out of Diamond, because it seems damn near impossible. Anyways, I really just want to talk more about Black Ops 6. I mentioned it a little bit in one of my Ghost videos, but I didn't really get in depth into it because it kind of didn't really make sense to get into it that much. In one of those videos, there's just way too much going on with the cutscenes and whatnot. But first and foremost, the new movement and the Max Payne dives, which look so sick, especially because they showed like the actual gameplay of them and like showcased it. It looks very clean. And also that dynamic cutting corners or slicing corners, whatever they're calling it, how it's like automatically does it, and it's not like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be like a game-breaking thing. It honestly just seems like something very nice that won't hurt or necessarily help, but it does just, it's a nice touch. I like it. They also showed off the meat shields, which people are saying it's going to be in multiplayer, and I think it's more of just going to be like a campaign thing. And also, in that like showcase or the direct, they were putting a lot of hype into this campaign, talking about how they like tried to fill it with nothing but like OG iconic classic missions that like are going to stick with you, which I'm very excited because I honestly miss like the over the top kind of crazy in-game cutscenes that COD used to do, because they got like super realistic to where nothing like that super crazy happens anymore. So I'm hoping they do some shit like that. But back to the multiplayer, when it comes to the snipers, they have confirmed themselves, Treyarch I'm pretty sure, that all snipers are going to be one shot, like from the chest up, right off rip. And that made a lot of people happy, but it also made a lot of people like scratch their head, because it's like, well, does that mean the snipers are going to be unbearably slow the whole year? Because usually they have never been all for that. So it begs the question if quickscoping is going to make its grand return like how it used to be, or if it's just going to be a clusterfuck with the snipers off rip. The other thing that I think is really cool is the customizable HUD. I can't really think of a game that like lets you do it to the extent that they let you do it. Like, you can literally put it anywhere you want. You can put your ammo straight in the middle like they did in the direct, which is absolutely insane thing to do. But I think you can even make the map like bigger and smaller, or like you can resize everything, which is actually nuts. So it's going to be kind of funny to see what people do with their HUDs, because you know there's going to be some wacky weird ones on purpose, like just straight up make your HUD look like a desktop or something. Another thing I don't think they got like super into was like the gunsmith and the classes, but apparently they're bringing back wildcards, how they've had in the past Black Ops games, where you can like get 8 attachments on a certain gun or just like random weird shit like that. But apparently it's not really a pick 10 system, but I guess you get 1 primary, 1 secondary, a dedicated melee weapon, and then I think you get your 3 perks, your 1 lethal, your 1 tactical, and then a wild card, which can then really change up how the class works. But if that is true, that is the most decked out class, like customized or like just loadout, I think we've seen in a COD. And it's kind of crazy that it's like, this is one of those like moves where it's like, okay, from here forward, is this going to be the normal, or are we still going to kind of change it up almost every year to keep that part of the game fresh? It's kind of weird, because COD was on like a linear path for the longest time until they like ran into an identity crisis, and then like now they keep innovating over and over and over. And sometimes things stick, but a lot of the times, some games will just drop like 6 or 7 features from like the last one. And it's like sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. I think we are slowly getting back to almost like the era that we need to be. Or maybe even if the next couple games aren't good, this one for sure, I mean, not to sound like this fucking guy, but this one for sure feels like it is going to be a good one. And it almost seems like this is the one that they should have done the 2-year cycle. Like if they're ever going to do it, it almost seems like this should be the one just because of how much development time it's gotten as well. And from the campaign to the multiplayer, just those two alone sound like they're going to be fun. And then obviously Warzone and zombies come along with that. Good old classic round-based zombies at that. And I think it's 2 brand new maps, which is super sick. On top of keeping things like new but also bringing the good stuff back, I think they're bringing back map voting, which that's always good. And they're bringing back classic prestige, and I'm not going to like freak out like a whole bunch of people are because it's like, okay, but I do think this is better than how they have been doing it because it's like legitimately nobody ever just knows their Warzone level. I feel like I think no one knows their level. If anything, is a rank, but for the longest time, especially this year, there's no big map ranked. So now we'll actually be able to like look at the prestiges and stuff and like I guess remember the levels with like the symbols like how it used to be. So that's going to be a very nice refresh to do that again. They also added like a whole bunch of new hit points, and I think that's going to like really like flow into the gunsmith thing. And it's so crazy how like technical Call of Duty is getting, because it's like they get so crazy with like all of their details and their calibers and how you can reconstruct guns and everything. But like if you like zoom out, it's like they know, and they still make a first person shooter that is like an arcade shooter. Like no, like at the end of the day, everyone is just, you're going to get killed fast by these guns. There's always going to be a meta and everything. It's wild to me. I think this is actually a good thing that they're doing. The hit points might be a disaster, but the death animations I think are going to be really cool and like super satisfying to see. They are bringing back theater mode, which, like I was saying, I love photo mode in games for thumbnails and shit. It makes it really fun and like easy to make the thumbnails. So that's going to be very fun to mess around with, especially because we haven't had a theater mode in a very long time in COD. So I wonder if they're going to go like all out, like how like when the Xbox One came out and everyone was taking like clips and they were letting you like do special effects or like transitions and filters and stuff. I assume they're going to, because it kind of would be a missed opportunity if they don't, but at the same time maybe they're just trying to make sure it works because they usually don't even do that part right. And also I wonder if it's going to be theater mode for just Black Ops or if it's going to be theater mode in Warzone. I don't remember if they said that in the video. I heard it's going to be in Warzone, but like that seems pretty nuts. And speaking of Warzone, the map is supposedly supposed to be Verdansk. I don't think it's even officially confirmed, but like I've seen it everywhere that Verdansk is going to be the map. And what am I going to say? It's a bad idea? No, it's literally probably the best thing they're going to do, because it's not going to be the same exact map, because it's going to be set in probably the 90s Verdansk. So they're going to probably keep the best spots and the best shit for the nostalgia factor and all that stuff, but there's probably going to be some things that are changed, especially if they add the zip lines and the balloons and shit. It's going to play like almost a whole new map probably, depending on what they really do to it, but I think it's just going to be great, because it's going to be a trip down memory lane. It's going to bring a bunch of people back, even if it is just for a couple days or a couple weeks, especially because it's supposed to have ranked. We have never been able to experience ranked Warzone on Verdansk, and it's finally going to happen. I think overall it's going to be a good thing. It's not going to be as big as the no build was. I think they're going to hit another little boom, especially if this COD gets some good reception the first 2 or 3 months of its life cycle. But anyways, I wanted to just make this quick video talking about some COD, because that's also what I've just been playing. I've just been bouncing between those two games, like I said. And I also wanted to break up some of the monotony of all of the Ghost videos. I didn't want it to just be like 7 straight videos on my channel, so I kind of try to break it up here and there. I'm working on getting those last couple videos out because unfortunately I am like done with everything in the game. So over these next couple days, these videos should be coming out. I mentioned it in my last video, but there is going to be a playlist. So if you like those videos, there's going to be a playlist probably at the end of this video that you can just click on and watch those ones. I'm thinking about possibly making the last video maybe the longest one, and so I don't have to worry about making them all like a certain time length. I might just make the very last one the longest video. I'm also very close to 200 subscribers, so if you made it this far, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, obviously, drop a comment if you want to, hit the link in my bio to getgunny.com. It's my merch. Hit the link, poke around, maybe buy a sticker or two, something like that. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. Holy shit, this is fucked.
It's good, just get on the top of the roof.
On one, broke one.
All three of them are over there. Got your full.
What? Find us some.
Gas is moving. Head to the safe zone.
Probably the one directly below us shooting us.
You're in the top 5.
One more. One kid left. Hear him over here or something.
Precision.
Copy
He's over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Broke him. Got him. Let's go, baby.
Holy dope. We're like that.
God damn, foes.
No hits. Go again.
That happened just like out of nowhere.
Oh no, I did 17. Holy shit, I didn't even know I had.
We had to have had a decent amount of kills then.
You had, yeah, we had 30.
That felt like the calmest 30 bomb game. What the fuck?